everyone, welcome back. Today's video is a little bit different, but I think that it'll be really helpful for you in order for you to make informed decisions. I've now had FabFitFun for a year, actually technically over a year. I know that I do a lot of unboxings on my channel, and while I'm unboxing them, I'm telling you, oh, I'll let you know how this performed, and I never do it. So I thought that it would be a good time to sit down and look back at all the boxes I've received and decide, do I want to keep this subscription box because my annual subscription actually renews this coming week. What I did is I went back and I looked at what I got in every single box. I basically looked up pictures on the internet to help me remember, watched my old videos, and I counted the number of items per box, and then I went through and counted the number of items that were actually used. So I created like a percentage satisfaction or a percentage use rating so that I could see, okay, this is how much you actually use from each box. Is it worth it for you to continue getting it? So let's go ahead and start with spring 2017. That's the first box that I ever received. Of the 9 items that I received, 8 of the 9 have been used and 1 was passed on to a friend. So I calculated this at an 88.89% satisfaction rate. Now naturally, because I've worked through products, I don't have all of them here to show you, but I do have a couple and to show you how I use them. This one I actually maybe have 1 squirt out of, and this is the Briogeo Rosarco Milk Leave-In Conditioning Spray. This product in FabFitFun is actually what introduced me to the Briogeo brand and is why I love it so much. So this has been well used, well loved, and I've actually purchased a bunch of other products because I learned about them in this box. Another product that I use a lot is actually this bangle. I wear this with everything, and I've found that if you keep it in the plastic bag that it came with, it prevents it from rusting. This has been really practical and something that I wouldn't have picked out for myself, but I'm really glad that I have in my closet. And lastly, the roundy. This was something that I was pretty excited about because I thought that it would be versatile. So at my apartment, we have a bunch of events. So I've actually brought this to watch a movie in the grass, and there was a pop-up yoga class, and I don't own a yoga mat. So I actually used this as my yoga mat. Yes, I could have just used a beach towel or something else simple, but because this came in the box, I've found a use for it and I've really enjoyed it. Other highlights in that box were the hair, skin, and nail gummies. Those went so quickly. The Deborah Lippmann nail polish, I don't use a whole lot just because I have way too many nail polishes. That's going to be the next thing I declutter. And the Karuna face masks were awesome. I've used all of those so quickly. That brand makes a really good face mask. Also, that was the first box that I ever got, the Dr. Brandt Microdermabrasion Scrub, and I've actually been through 2 bottles of that now. Another product that I still have available to show you is this Millie bag. It actually says Slay All Day. This has been really great to put a book and my phone and sunscreen in when I go to the pool. The lip kit that also came in that box, I actually ended up dispersing and giving them to different friends just because I have way too many lip products. Overall, obviously the spring 2017 box was a big hit for me. Next came the summer 2017 box, and that arrived with 8 items. Of the 8, I put to use 6 of them, which calculates to about a 75% use or satisfaction rate. This has to be explained a little bit because the highlighter in that box, if you don't remember, arrived completely shattered.
Whoa, mine looks like it might be broken. Oh god. This sucker is toast.
Instead of sending me a new highlighter, they actually gave me $15 in box credit. Because I had to throw that product away and I still got to use the $15 towards something else, I did count that as a product that I used because they came up with a way to make up for the blunder. The 2 things that have gone unused of the 8 items, one was the luggage tag that we received. It's a luggage tag and passport holder sort of combo. The luggage tag comes on all of the away luggage that I have, so I don't really have a need for it. But if I ever take some sort of duffel or something, I could always throw that luggage tag on it, no problem. The other product that I never used was the Michael Stars Ruana. This was the box that I truly learned why having an annual subscription is completely worth it, because that cover up is something that I really would have loved and used, but because I really didn't love the pattern and the colors and the print that mine came with, it was sort of a wasted item when I could have had the choice of one that I really loved. Not to sound totally negative, there were some things that I really did love in that summer box. One being this face sunscreen. It has SPF 50, it's ultra light and hydrating, and it layers perfectly under makeup. Another thing, it looks like it's barely been used, but I seriously use this all the time. I get sore muscles because I really like to exercise, and this is a Soothe and Cool peppermint oil that I mix in with lotion after I get out of the shower, and it creates this really great cooling effect. Again, something that I never would have purchased, but really find a great use for. Some other highlights are the Beaker water bottle. I use that thing all the time. It's the blue bottle with the silicone outside. I love it. It's the perfect size, it's small, and it's glass and BPA free. Another great one was the blue little turquoise beaded necklace. Now that was one where I wouldn't have necessarily chosen that color, but have ended up really liking the turquoise color. The next box really surprised me because I remember being really excited for it when it was coming in. This was my first box as an annual subscriber where I actually got to go in and choose my choice and select items. In the fall box, there were 9 items, and of the 9, I only used 5, and I feel really bad because this equaled a 55.56 satisfaction and use rating. Some notes that I have written down is that I ended up getting a beanie in the box. I never wore the beanie. It fits really loose and I was just never really confident in it. The gym bag, I actually just have too many. So that went in the giveaway pile with the Ruana relatively recently. And that's not because it was a bad item. It was just I already had so many other bags that I loved. Why not give something in brand new condition to somebody who really needs it? The Trace Steak lipstick, I ended up picking like the more natural tone, but it was a little bit too natural. So it was like the exact same shade as my lips, and it tended to dry out pretty fast. Like the lip balm on it just wasn't super effective for too long. Another thing that I've never used is the apple cider vinegar hair rinse. Things that I really did love. One is this Wish Renewing Mud Mask. It's a really quick mask, which is why I like it. You put 2 pumps of this in your hand, put it on your face, and you only let it sit for like 2 minutes. The next thing is this lavender cuticle oil. At first I thought this was a bit excessive, but it smells so nice and it really makes a big difference for cuticles that grow like weeds and get really dry and make my nail polish flake. So I have really enjoyed this. Also, surprisingly, this ice pack / heat pack. I use this for sore muscles. I hurt my ankle a really long time ago and sometimes it flares up, so I'll use it for that. It's really great for sinus headaches or cramps of any kind. So this I mostly use for heat. This has surprisingly been so useful, and again, nothing that I would have purchased for myself. The other great thing that came out of that box was this wonderfully cozy wrap. I used this all the time last winter, and it did shed sort of all over everything, but the more times you wear it, it sort of faded out from doing that. So I was really happy that I got to choose the gray color because I knew I'd wear it all the time. Also, it came with a jewelry holder. I didn't really trust the quality of the actual jewelry holder. Like the gold was sort of flaking off, so I didn't want that metal to like react weird with my jewelry. I don't know if that would actually be a thing. I mean, recently I just went through sort of a declutter mode, so that actually got put in the giveaway pile as well. Yikes. The fall box satisfaction rate was low, however, the things that I do love, I really loved. So fortunately, things went really uphill in the winter 2017 box, where we received 9 items. And of those 9 items, I put to use and really loved 7 of them, which equates to a 77.78% satisfaction and use rating. So a couple of notes about this box. I never used the eyeshadow palette that came with it and ended up passing that along to a friend because it was a bunch of neutral colors that I already had a million times over in my makeup stash. So I decided to give that to somebody who actually wanted it and would actually give use for it. Then I have never touched this exercise ball to exercise. I could pick this or the pillow spray, and I truly don't think that I would have used the pillow spray all that much either. This is supposed to be used in conjunction with FabFitFun TV. This has been really fun to kick around the house just like when you're bored. Outside of that, I can't say I've gotten much use out of it. The rest of it though, I really loved, including these super fuzzy gray socks. These are supposed to be infused with aloe or something like that. I can't say that these softened my feet at all, but they definitely did keep it comfy, and I would even stuff these into boots and wear them like out in public because they were so cozy. Something else that I'm actually finally getting to use right now is the Nelson Beverly Hills Moisture Healing Mask. I am actually using this as a conditioner, especially when I've been out in the sun and my hair is just getting a little bit more damaged with everything going on in the heat and the chlorine and sun and everything. This smells just like coconuts and has been perfect for the summer, so I really have been enjoying this. And because it took me so long to go through the Dr. Brandt exfoliating stuff that we got in the spring box, I'm finally able to make it to the Kate Somerville Exfoliate. So I've been using this for about a week and I really love it. I just love getting exfoliators in boxes, so I'm so happy that we have this, especially because this is so pricey. The mug from Aisha Curry, mine says coming in hot and is like a white, black, and gray sort of shade. That I use for coffee all the time. I love coffee, I love tea, I drink out of mugs constantly, so that was a wonderful thing to receive. And I've worn the gold layered necklace that I received several times. I really like that, and surprisingly it also hasn't like tarnished or turned a weird color yet, so it obviously is better quality than I assumed. But lastly, the thing that I think has gotten the most use is this BB Dakota wrap. I use this as a poncho, I use this as a big scarf in the winter time. I also love that it was reversible, so you could make it more gray like this side is, or more red like this side is. Oh, and I almost forgot, this Ahava hand cream from the winter box has been a staple on my bedside table for so long. I think I'm down to about right here, and it's just this light scented lotion that has just been perfect to moisturize your hands at night when you sleep. I think that the winter box for me was a huge hit, with the exception of that eyeshadow palette and the exercise ball. Made it to a year. I'm finally at the spring 2018 box. We got 8 items, and of the 8, I put 6 to really good use. So some notes about this box is that I really haven't touched that clutch that I got really excited about. I think it's because I'm just somebody that loves to be hands-free, and a long strap purse is just my go-to. I never used this leather Free People eye mask. I'm not somebody who typically sleeps in eye masks. Well, I say I never use this. I actually take that back. I did use this one time. It had been a really long day, and I really wanted to just like depuff my eyes and calm down for a little bit. So I put this in the freezer for a little while and then put it on my eyes, and it actually did feel really good. But if you freeze it for too long, it becomes frozen solid in a block, so don't do that. Products that I have really loved, on the other hand, this Ish lip palette. As you can see, I've worn about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish different shades in this palette. They're just so creamy. It stays on for a really long time. The only downside is that I don't carry this with me to reapply the same color later, so I end up having to use another lipstick later on. But this has been a really nice quality palette that has gotten use, and I'm very surprised. Another thing is this muscle roller. Again, I told you I get sore often, so I've been using the oils dropped into lotion, but also this for especially sore like calves and thighs. This has been really, really nice. Clearly, I got some good use out of this Murad moisturizer. There was nothing super special about this, and for the type of expensive product that this is, I don't know if I'll go out and repurchase it, but I just loved how lightweight it was for the summertime when I tend to be a little bit more oily. And this body butter, it has a really, really light guava scent. And recently when I got back from traveling, my skin was so dry, and this stuff helped cure it so quickly. And I've been really trying to put it to use in the summer since it does have that tropical scent. So I really am impressed with this Korres body lotion. These earrings, while I don't wear them all the time, have actually earned me compliments every single time I've put them on. They're a lot bolder than I typically go for, but I think because I chose the black, you can sort of get away with it more than if it were like a bright color. So I really am glad that I ended up going with the black and have something in my closet that's a little trendier that I wouldn't have ordinarily bought. Another product that I love is actually this candle that is lit right now. It smells amazing. It's soy based, so I can feel better about the burn. Alright, so now we've made it past the year mark and on to summer 2018. This box actually has the highest percentage satisfaction rating. We received 8 items in the box. To date, 6 of the 8 items have been put to use and enjoyed, and 2 of the items for sure will be used. Now, the only reason that I haven't touched them is because I currently have a similar product on rotation already, and I don't like to open my products until I'm ready to use them to extend the life of them. Just a reminder, some of the things that I got and have been loving. One is this Orlando Pitta Play Atma Shield Hair Protectant Spray. This smells so good. It sprays so fine and wide that it covers your hair really nicely. Another product that's been great is this Tarte Pro To Go palette. When I do not want to think about what I'm going to do in my eyes that day, I open this thing up and I typically use this in the crease and this on the lid and go. This is really nice if I want to darken the outer corner, and this has been really nice if it's like nighttime and I want something dark and shimmery on my eyes. Has a great mirror. It's the perfect size for travel. This has been great. Also, the liquid eyeliner that palette came with has also been awesome. It's not as inky as my NYX Epic Ink Liner, but it still gets the job done, and I'm happy to have that since I'm almost out of the NYX one. This is one of the items that has not been used yet, and this is the Coola SPF Sport Classic Sunscreen, and that's because I'm still using the one from last summer's box. Again, this is another product that hasn't been used. This is the Vasanti Brighten Up Enzymatic Face Exfoliator. Because I just recently opened Exfoliate, this is next in line. A beach towel. I told y'all I was in need of the beach towel, and I'm very happy that I ended up choosing this one instead of getting the train case, even though it was super cute, because that has actually been extremely practical. Some other things that aren't here right now because they're in their places being used. One is the Foreo Luna Fofo. I used that when I was in Italy to wash my face, and it was really great to have with me because it's a lot smaller than my Clarisonic. Also, my friends who get FabFitFun have been amazed at what a tool to clean your face does for your skin in general. Oh, the jewelry holder. My rings and earrings are actually sitting in that in my closet right now. So this box was so practical for me. It really fit a lot of my summer needs, and overall I was obviously extremely satisfied with everything that I got in the box. I really hope that these mini reviews of every product in a FabFitFun box that I've received so far has been helpful. I really want to be a channel that is informative and helpful, and while unboxings are so fun to watch, I think it's also important and should be a responsibility of mine to let you know how those products work, to let you know if what I'm recommending is actually worth it and worth your money, because I don't want you spending money on something that I'm getting no use out of myself. If you like this video, then please like it, and if you want to subscribe to FabFitFun, I'll have a link down in the description box below where you can follow it to their website and read a little bit more about what they have to offer and the pricing. I'll also link my playlist of all FabFitFun unboxings below. If you want to stick around, subscribe, join the community, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.